Yo, what's going on, guys? Koi here. Today I'm going to be talking about the state of the game for One Punch Man World, and what's a better background for my channel than my channel? Let's see. Let's just go ahead and dip into the main controversy, which is the fact that everyone thinks the game's going to die for good. Now, I've seen this happen before with mobile gacha games. Obviously, there is a trend that happens, and it normally happens is that normally a game burns so fast to the point where it just burns out too quick, and that does happen with some games, and that did happen with a game before this one, which was One Piece Bounty Rush. If you don't know, One Piece Bounty Rush came out in 2018, and then it came back in 2019. So if this game does go down, I don't think it's going to be forever. Obviously, they put too much worth into this game. The characters are amazing. The money, obviously, they put a lot of money into this game, and it's only a matter of time before it does get the recognition it deserves. Obviously, on the global side of things, things are pretty um, not so good, but that literally just has to do with there being a disconnect between the global and the C version of the game. I don't know why there is a disconnect between those two, and I think the media team totally needs to fix that. I mean, we've had like a crap ton of like instances of just racism and other crap like that between them as a media team, and it's just insane to me that this it does not go unnoticed. Obviously, people report that kind of stuff, but it just sucks that it happens so much due to the fact that there's a disconnect right now, and that's just one of the issues. The other one is that YouTubers, pretty much all YouTubers, have been opting out. If you look at like One Punch Go Go, freaking AC Gamer, or whatever the crap, all the other like YouTube channels that are like my size, smaller or bigger, they're all opting out. Even the big ones like Sly Kage and freaking Painblade, which they've made very known through their last videos that freaking about the newsletter was the fact that they think that the game's gonna die. It's over. It's done with. So, I think that whenever this case normally happens, it's always growing pains. I'm not saying don't hate on the creators. I think that right now is probably the best time to actually get after the developers of the game, not just the developers, but the production team as well. The media team, production team, anybody that we could get at to just grasp a better understanding of the future of this game, because one guy saying that the game's pretty much down, it's done for because of how much it costed. We've heard this plenty of times before. I mean, I know New World was at a net negative, Bounty Rush was at a net negative. Uh, Dragon Ball Legends had an amazing start, then fell into a negative for an entire year, and then just like ended up getting better after that and better and better. So I mean, freaking, it just depends on the game and the IP. And the other part is like, think about it. We got season 3 coming up for One Punch Man. What is up with that? Like, you think investors are going to opt out when they could possibly cash in right after the release of One Punch Man season 3? This is not a small season of One Punch Man. This is possibly the biggest and greatest season of One Punch Man ever, because it comes down to the Monster Association arc, which is the greatest arc in One Punch Man history. And this is coming as a One Punch Man fan and all. And I just need to make it very clear that I'm not going anywhere. And I don't think anyone else should too, because it's only a matter of time before the game is fully released. The only reason why people are really leaving is because they got something to fall back on financially, which is obviously solo leveling. That's just the way it goes. Game comes out, people call it a cash grab, move on to newest game. Game comes out, they call it a cash grab, moves on to the next game. You think this isn't going to happen with solo leveling? You think they're going to have the most free to play system in the entire world? No, it's obviously going to come out the gates pretty bad, because they can do that, because there's no game that's going to be coming out after this. There's a system that is implemented for gacha games to continuously be bad at the start and then always come out the next game the next month later, or the next game the month after. We got an entire month and a year of anime games coming out this year. You think that they are not trying to fall back on the game after that and the game after that? That's why they don't release all these games at once, because they know this is how things go. Now, it just comes down to what IPs do people like the most. Obviously, SAO, they had that game. That game freaking died. but it's still up. It's still available to play. But freaking that SAO fighting game, I don't know if anyone remembers it. It had like literally like 4 versions of freaking Kirito. I think that game's still around, and that they didn't even shut down the servers for that game. Any My Hero game on mobile normally fucking goes in a net negative every month and then goes in a positive during the anniversary. This shit happens, man. And people just don't see it. They just see the fact that there's no content. And this isn't even the first time this has happened either. Freaking people had that happen with freaking Black Clover recently. And that's a new game that just came out. Because there isn't any content. It's just new characters. And then all of a sudden the story comes out like 6 months later. Obviously, I'm talking about the Korean version, the one that's actually up to date. But, that's just like, I'm just talking about facts here. One, Dokkan and freaking Dokkan didn't come out with a lot of content at the start. Freaking, it was very dry at the beginning. Freaking, so was Legends. Legends had PvP and that was it. Maybe a few story modes, but they slowed that down with energy. Like it's all these games, man. They all just grow with time, and it's only a matter of time before One Punch Man World gets its wings and it really like goes off Dark Angel style. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on the situation. I got more videos coming up for One Punch Man World, especially the memories and stuff like that. I'm just trying to figure out a really good way to tackle the memories and all that other stuff because I want to either do it all at once or do it as an episodic series, but I can't tell. So, if you guys got any tips on that, let me know down below. I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to tune into the streams. Take it easy and peace out, guys.